What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and today I am bringing you 5 lesser-known lesbian films that you can watch today on Tubi TV. The list is in no particular order, so sit back, enjoy the video, and make sure to let me know what other hidden lesbian gems you've discovered on Tubi TV.
자고 갈래요?
Our Love Story is an independent South Korean film about the relationship between a late-blooming art student and a free-spirited bartender, who might not be as free-spirited as she seems. This film is hands down one of the most authentic depictions of first love I've ever seen. It absolutely nails all of the highs and lows, the awkwardness and innocence of first love, and after I'd finished watching it, I felt like I'd been punched in the heart, but in a good way. If you couldn't tell, I loved everything about Our Love Story, and if you do decide to check it out, just know it is an extremely minimalistic film. The dialogue is minimal, the music is minimal, and the action is minimal. But it does force you to sit in the pain, the joy, the love, and the anguish of these two women, even when it's uncomfortable.
Yo quiero luz de luna.
Chabela sintetiza toda la festividad de la canción mexicana y lo vuelve el canto del alma herida.
Si eres lesbiana, estás marginada. Y yo me puse pantalones y el público se quedó callado.
Chavela is a documentary about the life of ranchera singer Chavela Vargas, a woman who defied the gender norms and stereotypes of the 1950s and became incredibly successful while remaining true to herself. There is nothing your girl loves more than a good documentary, and Chavela is an exceptionally good documentary. It will inspire you, it will break your heart, it will seduce you, and you will absolutely fall in love with Chavela. If you've never heard of Chavela Vargas or her music, do yourself a favor and check this documentary out.
Take care in your dealings with Millbank's women, and take care how much you give them of yourself, Miss Pryor. Give a little, they will take all.
Affinity is the dark and drab, red-headed stepchild of the Sarah Waters adaptations that gets booted off of every lesbian film list in favor of the better ones. And even though I'm sure you've heard of it, I wanted to give Affinity a little shine because, well, it's not that bad. Margaret is an upper-class lady visitor to a women's prison. One day, she sees a prisoner named Selena and decides to start visiting her because Selena's hot and Margaret's gay. And not long after, some weird Victorian psychic hijinks ensue, leading to a super downer of an ending. Like I said, Affinity is not the best of the Sarah Waters bunch, but it is a Victorian lesbian prison drama. And really, how many of those are there? A Love Tale is a super-duper 90s, low-budget short film that, in my opinion, does not get the respect it deserves. Taylor is a hot young lesbian photographer, and Candace is a 40-something magazine editor who's straight-ish. After they cross paths professionally, it's not long before their working relationship blossoms into something more. As an 80s baby, I have to admit to being a little biased when it comes to A Love Tale, but it felt like I was watching an episode of Living Single meets Waiting to Exhale meets every 90s R&B music video meets Lesbians. It's cute, it's sexy, and it has a surprisingly good ending. So if you're an 80s baby in the mood for some candlelight, a little wine, and the poetry of Nikki Giovanni, you might want to check it out. The last movie on the list is based on the very, very disturbing true story of the Papin sisters. Sister My Sister is a period film set in 1930s France and tells the true story of two sisters who, while working as maids, viciously murder their employers. And they're also lesbians. Together. They're lesbians together.
I rebuke it in the name of the Lord!
So, Sister My Sister is a film that doesn't end up on very many lesbian film lists, for obvious reasons, but it is honestly an amazing film. You would expect a film like this to be sensational and obscene and play up the whole taboo element of the sisters' relationship. And while their relationship is central to the story, the film itself is much more concerned with how and why the sisters ended up where they ended up, but still, this is 100% not a film for everyone, so I really only recommend it to those of you who are fans of films that tackle darker subject matter, or, Jodie May. That is it for the list. I want to give a quick shout out to my newest patrons, Cami and Thea. And if you want more movie recommendations from your girl, definitely consider joining Patreon, where I post weekly reviews of all kinds of queer-ish movies. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.